Barbara Jean pleaded, pouting slightly. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. Reba choked slightly on her drink. Boyfriend? Oh whoops, Barbara Jean giggled nervously. That came out wrong. Well, thanks anyway. But I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Delicious, Reba lied, forcing a smile as the vegetable puree coated her tongue, just like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, Brock wandered into the living room, looking somewhat lost and uncharacteristically anxious. He spotted Barbara Jean near the door, adjusting her gym bag. Oh hey, Barbara Jean, Brock said, forcing a casual tone. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us? Barbara Jean barely looked up, busy checking her reflection in the hall mirror. Oh honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym. Brock's face fell. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Barbara Jean laughed, tossing her hair over her shoulder. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? No confondu, brah. With a bright wave, she was out the door, leaving Brock standing alone in the hallway. Reba, who had been quietly organizing magazines on the coffee table, watched the scene unfold. Man, she blew me off again, Brock muttered, walking over to Reba. All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan, her trainer. Exactly, Reba nodded slowly, offering a sympathetic but cautious glance. Frankly, I like the new physical appearance, Brock confessed, pacing the floor, but the new attitude not so much. Reba could not resist a small jab. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old you. Brock ignored the insult, his mind entirely focused on his paranoid theories. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny. Reba sighed, putting down the magazine. Brock, you are overreacting. Oh really? Brock stopped pacing and looked at her seriously. Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But that is it, Brock interrupted, a desperate glint in his eye. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me. Reba let out a loud laugh. No way. You know, Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful. Yeah, right, Brock scoffed. Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Look, Brock, Reba said, softening her tone and trying to offer genuine advice. If it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Brock rolled his eyes dramatically. Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid. He trailed off, frustrated, and stormed out of the room. Reba sat back, picking up her glass of green smoothie. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you, she mumbled, looking at the questionable liquid. A moment later, Van walked into the room, tossing a tennis ball from hand to hand. Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk? Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth. Reba scowled at him. No, I am not going for my power walk. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. What do you mean? Van asked, catching the ball and sitting on the arm of the sofa. Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin. He probably does. What are you talking about? Van asked, genuinely confused. Guys are pigs, Reba stated matter-of-factly. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. Van leaned forward, suddenly invested in the conversation. My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times. I used to. You used to? Cheyenne's voice pierced the air as she walked into the room, her arms crossed tight against her chest. Van jumped up, realizing his mistake instantly. No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Cheyenne narrowed her eyes, completely unconvinced. Well, I do not like it. She turned on her heel and stomped away. Reba looked at Van, raising an eyebrow. Where have you been? I went to get something to eat, Van replied meekly. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Reba asked, turning to Ben who had just wandered in from the kitchen. Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean, Ben reasoned, leaning against the wall. But since Barbara Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem. And it is obvious Barbara Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? Reba asked, intrigued by his logic. 2 reasons, Ben listed them on his fingers. Barbara Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Reba froze, her mind replaying the conversation from that very morning. Meet him? Oh. Where are you going? Ben asked as Reba suddenly grabbed her purse and keys. Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Reba declared, marching toward the front door. All right, Ben called after her. Well, keep those arms a-swinging. The athletic club was an overwhelming sensory experience. The air smelled of expensive eucalyptus towels and exertion. The rhythmic pounding of feet on treadmills and the clanking of heavy iron weights created a symphony of fitness that Reba found deeply unnatural. She navigated through the sea of perfectly sculpted bodies, feeling like an absolute alien in her comfortable jeans and casual top. As she approached the stretching area, she heard a familiar voice. Oh hey Reba, you came. Barbara Jean was lying on a blue yoga mat, dressed in a bright pink workout ensemble. Standing over her was a man who looked like he had been carved out of marble. Yeah, Reba replied, looking around nervously. Man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here. You should see them naked in the shower. The marble statue smiled brightly. Hey, Jordan. Reba nodded awkwardly. Hey. Ready to start, Barbara Jean? Jordan asked, his voice smooth and encouraging. Yeah, Barbara Jean nodded eagerly. Hey, you look great in that outfit, Jordan complimented, adjusting her shoulders. Oh, well, the other woman is getting kind of baggy, Barbara Jean laughed, pointing at a woman across the room. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. Barbara Jean gestured proudly to her chest, letting out a series of joyful noises. Oh. Okay, Jordan. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Hey, I am Jordan, he said, extending a strong hand. I am Reba, she replied, shaking it briefly. So, you gonna join us, Reba? Jordan asked with an inclusive smile. Oh, I do not know, Reba stammered, taking a step back. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching, Jordan noted, shaking his head. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys have got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Before Reba could finish her excuse, Jordan began stretching Barbara Jean. Reba gasped. Hello, there. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber, Jordan praised, lifting her leg. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Remember when I did not want to? Barbara Jean laughed loudly. Reba watched the stretching routine with widening eyes. Is that legal? I mean, necessary? It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them. Jordan explained professionally, completely unfazed by Reba's shock. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. Turn over. Barbara Jean flipped onto her stomach. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. All right, Jordan instructed, pressing down gently on her back. Now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I would do it all day if I could, Barbara Jean moaned happily. Reba fanned her face with her hand. Is this one of these gyms that has the heat on